Welcome back to Citroën South Africa. I'm Nicky Nash, and today you join me in the Citroën C3 2021 facelifted model. Being inside of the car, first things first, I think we need to talk about how the interior quality is and how it is to be inside the car. So interior quality, not the best. There's a lot of plastics here by the door, by the gear selector as well. There's a lot of plastic, scratchy plastic around, but yeah, you can overlook that once you've owned the car, get used to it. But then I feel like Citroën could have done better in that instant. But once you overlook that, the car is a great place to be. It feels, not feel, but like it looks very nice. It's a very well layout display and infotainment system that they have here. They have a 7-inch touchscreen infotainment system that has Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, and MirrorLink. The system, it's okay. It's the exact same ones found in the Peugeots as well, like so, but it's slightly a bit laggy. You need to touch here and there. And one thing I don't like about this infotainment system is that everything is touchscreen. There is no hard buttons. Hard buttons is literally the unlock button, the hazard button, front and rear, defrost. That's it. Other than that, everything is touch. So I'm not a fan of everything being touched, especially the climate control is touchscreen. So you need to get used to it, and it takes some time to get used to it. But other than that, it's a great place to be. There's enough space. I like sitting position. You sit very low. It's okay. It's fine. It's comfortable. The seats at first look, right? The seats at first look, you wouldn't say they're comfortable. When I looked at these seats before I got into the car, I thought, okay, these seats are just there's a weird shape design, especially here. See if you look here. So it makes the seat look like a bench, so because like literally if I do this, if they were to cover this gap here with these seats, or if there's an armrest I put it up here, you'd think that is a bench. So when I saw the seats at first, I'm like, okay, I don't think I'm gonna like them. I don't think they're gonna be comfortable, but actually they're quite comfortable. I'm enjoying them. The design, right? You're gonna see as well how you're seeing the seats here, right? With this, it's the exact same here on the bottom. So there's a lot of support. For people like me, like literally, I don't really feel this part because I'm a bit slender. But if I was a bit bigger, I'd feel it, because then I'd move to the side. I actually do feel it. So the seats, they're fine. They're okay. I like how they put effort into making the seats feel comfortable. I don't like how the passenger seat sits quite high. It looks very weird for someone like myself who sits at the lowest position on the driver's seat, and then when I have a passenger, because when the passenger sits this side, the passenger is literally up here by the roof, because this seat itself is quite high. So the solution to this, I feel like Citroën could have height adjustment. It would have been a perfect height adjustment, but considering cars around this price range don't have height adjustment on the passenger seat, is fine. But I feel like this seat could have been a bit lower, because I feel like it's quite high. But you get used to it. But that's one of the things I don't like in this car. But other than that, how the screen and the aircon vents are, I like the aircon vents. They're very nice. They have a unique touch to it. Very different from other cars and all that. But you look at the steering wheel. Steering wheel, very nice. It has a flat bottom steering at the bottom, so you feel a bit sporty in this car. This is a Citroën C3. There's two models, right? There's the Feel, then there's the Shine. The Shine being top of the range. The Feel comes with manual gearbox, 5-speed. There's the Shine, which I'm in right now, comes with 6-speed manual gearbox with 81 kilowatts and 205 newton meters of torque. We're gonna talk about the torque once we get driving. So now you might have seen in the beginning of the video, and I'm showing you the car inside and everything, that there's an S button in front there, in front of the gear. That S button is for sport. So I don't like how the sport button is all the way there in front. Because what if I want to overtake? I need to stretch first, press the button, move back, and then so it's not. But yet again, in a car like this, is the sport button really necessary? For me, no, because you usually don't feel the difference. Power wise, you don't feel the difference. The difference is in the car holding the gear. That's it. But other than that, it's a great car, great place to be. So we just talk about the practicality at the back. So let's move to the back and get straight into it.
So now you join me in the back of the Citroën C3. You can already see that space is not the best in the back. So now, leg room, there is no leg room behind myself. This is literally my sitting position, and I'm sitting behind myself. The advantage about these seats, although there is no leg room, it's not hard. Okay, I don't know how to explain it, but like there's space for your knees to go into the seat, because it's not like a hard structure at the back, unlike other cars. So there is space for that to go in, so it makes the leg room a bit more fun. But personally, if I were to sit here at the back, I'd basically sit like this with my legs a bit open, so that my knees can have space. Will three adults sit perfectly here at the back? No, they won't. It'll be a squeeze to fit. Headroom is fine. Leg room is the problem, because once I do this, how I would want to sit behind myself in this car, and there's two other people, I believe the person on that side is going to be the same. Then in the middle, he won't have a place to put his legs, but one on this side, one on that side, because there's a huge hump in between. It's not a flat floor, so he or she is gonna have that problem of where do I put my legs. So we're gonna be leg room, we're gonna be very tight. But for a day-to-day basis, for a day-to-day drive, this car, not too bad. It's okay. Actually like it. Just that the problem is that there is no space at the back.
You now join me inside the Citroën C3 1.2 Shine, 81 kilowatts, 205 newton meters of torque. So firstly, we need to talk about the torque figure. That's a lot. Many cars this size don't have that amount of torque. So I was kind of surprised by the power this car has. It pulls very well. It's quite quick. Just that it's laggy with first gear, with the first gear. But once it gets to gear 2, the power is there. The turbo kicks in, the newton meters of torque just start playing a huge part, and you find yourself hitting speeds you shouldn't be hitting. It's quite quick. You can get to 120 very quickly. Surprising. Also based on the fact that it's a Citroën, so you don't think that Citroën will be as quick as this is, and it doesn't look like a quick car. It looks like a small car, day-to-day basis, but no, it's actually quite quick. Now let's talk about something in this car that I don't like: the fuel. It's not fuel efficient in my books. Comparing it to cars in its range, in its price point, it's not fuel efficient. It actually charges a lot of petrol. But it's not like bad where you be like, okay, every day petrol station. No, not every day, but every week or every 4 days in this, you're gonna be at a petrol station. Also, the fact that the power in it, the torque as well, it's also tempting. So I found myself doing, those pulls that you didn't think you'd be doing in such a car, because of the power it has and the potential it has. So I think that plays also a major part in the petrol department. So now let's talk about 3 things I like, 3 things I don't like. 3 things I like the front end look. It's quite a beauty. I like the steering wheel, how the flat bottom is, and I like the power. And just the overall feel of the car, because it's a very nice car to be in. It rides quite well. So it drives beautifully. The bumps, you don't feel much of them. It's perfect. It runs perfectly. The flow is that first gear pull, the lag, but then once it kicks in, it's perfect. Now 3 things I don't like. This is very easy. Infotainment system. I don't like the fact that everything is touchscreen. I don't like that at all. Second thing I don't like is the fact that this seat is very high, so it looks very weird when you have a passenger that side. And the third thing I don't like is definitely has to be the rear leg room. There is no space at all in the back of this car. But other than that, being inside of this thing, it's quite nice. Sound system could be better, not the best. Definitely not the best. Sound system could be better, but I might find myself criticizing it because I just came out of a Peugeot 308, which had an upgraded sound system. So, but yeah, for me it's not that great. But other than that, this car is actually a great car to be in, a great car to drive, and the power is there. Now this is a 1.2, 81 kilowatts, 205 newton meters of torque, 6-speed automatic, not dual clutch quick, it's just an automatic, but it's quick. It's very responsive as well. when you put your foot down, see, once it finds the right gear, it's going and it pulls with that gear. I'm on gear 3, it's pulling with gear 3. Slow down a bit. So like it's quick, you know, once it gets into the right gear. So now it's in gear 6. I'm gonna put my foot down, you'll hear it, look for the right gear. I'm doing 70. Looking, and found it. You know, so, and that's in its normal drive. So now the difference, there's a sport. I also don't like the fact that the sport is here. So I have to look, press it. So I'm in gear 3 in sport. Gear 2. It's pulling. It's quite quick. It's just that you wouldn't think a Citroën would be this quick, but trust me, it's quite quick. You find yourself speeds you'll be hitting, and that's 120. You know, but like it's very quick. Honestly, it's very quick. Caught me by surprise, to be honest. It's quite quick. I find myself from time to time popping it into manual, and because this one, up is down and down is up. Yes. So now I'm gonna put it into manual, gear 1. When you put your foot down, it pulls, you change. That's it. See, so it has that character, the sense of character for me, like it's there. So with the Citroën, let me just put it into eco quickly. With the Citroën, the power is there. It's a great car to drive. Like, thing is, for you to understand where I'm coming from, when it comes to the power that this car has, you need to be in it or drive it. Because I can tell you can see me doing what I'm doing right now, but then I don't feel like you'll get that. So I'm gonna give you an example. When I say the gear 1 is a bit laggy, but then when it's in 2, it goes. I also don't like that auto start stop. I don't like it in this car. If there again. So now I'm in gear 1. I'm gonna pull, lagging, turbo, gear 2. Then the power's going, and that's in eco. You know. So now let's try it in sport. Let's see the difference. And I'm gonna show you that the difference is very minimal. It's just that the difference is with the gearbox. That's it. Now I'm in sport, right? Let's go. See. I don't feel no difference. Personally, I don't feel any difference. So sport in this car, just useless. I don't feel the difference, honestly. But other than that, it's a very nice car to drive. The gearbox is okay. It's a bit undecided from time to time. It tends to not know which gear to go to, but once it gets the right gear, it's perfect. Now, a very important question. Very important question. Would I buy it? For this price, this car's priced at 324,900. Would I buy it? No, I wouldn't buy it. There's a lot of money that I could use elsewhere. Example, just save a bit more, get the blue car that's on the channel. So that's with that. I wouldn't buy it, but it's not a bad car. I would recommend it to someone, definitely. It's something I would recommend to someone who's looking to own a car short term. I would recommend to them and be like, look, there's a Citroën C3, great car, perfect, it's quick, you'll enjoy it. But that's with that. Is it a bad car overall? No, it's not. Is there anything that would like, if I were to be given the car, would I sell it immediately and be like, no, this car's not for me? There is no. I enjoy it. I would daily drive this car if I had the opportunity to do so. It's a great car all around. There's a few with those cars. There's a lot of things that I don't like, but those things are not train smashes. If I put it like that, it was very quick. So that's that with the Citroën C3. Overall verdict: do I like the car? Yes, I like it. I enjoyed it. Just the fuel consumption, because right now I need to go poor, so I'm not a fan of that. But other than that, it's a great car overall. Perfect car. I liked it. I like the two-tone color scheme. I like the white on top, the blue. Perfect. It's fine. And with that being said, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, because I'm coming with the heat. So this is the end of the review. If you like it, thumbs up. Comment your thoughts, and yeah, let me know. Dan Cummins, thank you.